Guys, we've been taking a look back at a lot of games lately over console generations and so forth, and this time Xbox is up. Nate, why don't you kick things off? What Xbox title do you want to see make its return?
Man, well, there are several titles, of course, that I would like to see, but something that really just came out to me as of late is Conquer, Live and Reloaded. That was the game, that was my first Conquer game I ever played. And back then, I just remember being like, whoa, this is so gory and over the top. Just little squirrels attacking bears, man. It was fantastic. And it just had this really quirky flavor. Like, I spent hours just in their PvE multiplayer mode. I was just fighting bots over and over. And I kind of had that Battlefront feel. Like, that was the multiplayer style that they had in that game.
Yeah.
And then the campaign, too, it was hilarious and just grungy, and man, I think Xbox absolutely needs to bring back that series. Rare has done some fantastic things as of late, so to see them maybe kind of bring that side back, oh, count me in, boys. What about you, Steve? What's your Xbox Rare gem that we'd like to see come back?
Well, this one has a lot of memories for me because when Lewis was younger, my son, we used to jump on. He used to come in the mornings before we sort of wake up before breakfast and play a game. And this was the third one in the series, and it came out in 2005. And it's Timesplitters, Future Perfect. And it was the split screen co-op, and it was the comical sort of the graphic style and the quirkiness and the one-liners. You know, playing Sergeant Cortez and just going through different times. And that for me, I know they nearly bought out Timesplitters 4, then it got delayed. But honestly, I would love if they bring another one out, split screen, and I'll be straight on with Lewis and say, come on, we're playing this again. I'd love to play a game with Lewis again, Timesplitters.
Just 15 years later, man, and way better graphics. Oh, I would love to see Timesplitters come back, man. What an iconic series.
That game was so much fun. I love Timesplitters. Honestly, Steve, I would put that as mine, but I'm glad you chose that because now there's going to be 2 games in here that I definitely want to see back. The one I'm picking, you guys actually hadn't really heard of because it was on Xbox Live Arcade when that first came out. This game was made by Epic Games and Xbox Game Studio at the time. I'm talking about Shadow Complex. It was a 2.5D side-scroller kind of shooter adventure game, and this game was... A lot of people touted it as being a little expensive for what you got, but honestly, it was a pretty long game, and there wasn't a game out at the time that really kind of drew me in like that one did. The graphic style was really cool, the gameplay was really awesome. I mean, I kind of compare it to like My Friend Pedro that we played on the Nintendo Switch. I mean, it's that style of game, but that kind of just constant battling gameplay with the gunplay. It was just so much fun. I had a blast playing that game, and I want to see them bring it back because that was 2009 when that one came out, and it had good sales numbers, and it was just one of those games because Xbox Live, or the Xbox Live Arcade, really didn't kind of take off like everyone was hoping for the way it worked, and then Game Pass kind of rolled in the way it did, and things took over that way. But honestly, I just want to see that game come back. What about you, Drew?
Well, Corey, you touched on it, right? You said Game Pass, dude, because my game just recently came to Game Pass. Crimson Skies is back. And the other day, you're like, Drew, I saw you in there, dude. How was it? I went, yo, man, that is it's showing some age. I gotta be honest. It was fun to jump back in because the minute I went back in, I was like, oh, it felt so good. But it's that transition from we went from like 2D into 3D, and the models they tried, man, taking a look at some of these things, I was just, this is pretty bad to look at nowadays. Dude, it wasn't even full screen, right? Like, I'm on my 4K screen, and it's got the shrunk down ratio and the black bars on the sides. So I'm like, oh, this needs a remake. No. So
classic
bad.
4:3 ratio, baby. I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Dude, it was hilarious. It was great to be back, but we definitely could use a new one. A lot of people love this game, and it's definitely overdue. I can't stress enough how much it would be so cool to jump into a multiplayer aspect of that with dogfighting with all you guys. Like, really.
Man,
dude, it'd be so cool. But either way, that is my game. We only touch the surface when it comes to Xbox. Let us know inside the game.ca. What's your Xbox game?